Foxy Lady.
She'd be the Foxy Lady.
Baby.
She's the Smoke Show from Glencoe. Feminine touch to the program. I'm Common. Tennaby, and excited and delighted to be joined by Lil B. Working on those state fair expenses, are you?
Yeah, and they ain't pretty.
It ain't pretty.
Rosy. Yikes.
Yikes. As Rosie would say, they're a hot mess.
They are a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice you to finally get to it. State fair's only been over for about 6 years.
I'm busy doing everything else.
Yeah, I guess that's true, too.
Quite a lot of money. You know, we could save a lot of money if we didn't go there every year.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But I'm not a numbers gal. I'm here for the jokes.
Yeah, you're here for the joke. Well, how about this one?
All right.
I've turned it into my new, it's a new comedy bit that Sauce and I worked at Chart House, and I unveiled it. I kind of workshopped it at Chart House. Kind of came off my A material and tried to work in some more. I got A material, not a lot of it, but I have some. But are you a self-checkout person?
Yeah. Yeah. Mommy doesn't have time to wait, okay? I walk with a purpose. I shop with a purpose. I check out with a purpose. Get in, get out.
I hate self-checkout. I did it for the first time.
Good.
Ever at the Cub over here when I was pressed for time because I had to get to the Grum, and I don't remember what got me was that's when I had my really bad cold. So it's like there's one checkout line and there's like 4 people and they all got overflowing carts.
Yep,
They're
they're
doing their shopping for the month.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't wait. Then I've got a couple items, right? I think I got some kind of a deli salad and then this cold medication, right? Mm-hmm. So I get to self-checkout and I was intimidated by it. I'm looking at it.
Why?
Well, I wonder if it's going to talk to me like Siri or
it's
Alexis,
just gonna
if it's going to say, if it's going to go, hi, can I help you? So I didn't know. So I get there and I do the old, and I kind of stood back in case I might explode, right? And
right. Yeah, of course.
I took the barcode, went whatever. I was like, whoa, hey, kind of cool. So, of course, then I do the medication.
Oh, God.
And all of a sudden, the light, beep, 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 beep. And all of a sudden, it's like, what have I done, right? Somebody comes sprinting over and they want to see my ID because there's probably one of those ingredients in there that I can use to make, a whole multicolored galaxy of uppers and downers.
Correct.
And I'm like, in what world do I look like I'm 17 years old? In all honesty,
should have been flattered.
No, because what it is I know technically they have to, right? Because that's just the way it is. But I wanted to say, you got to be kidding me, right? But then they did, and the thing I don't like about it, because I do like. Believe it or not, I know you think I'm just nothing but a curmudgeon. I kind of like chatting with the person.
Oh, my God.
Don't you like chatting with the person? No, I love chatting with the person. How's it going today? What you got going? And then I always like when at the checkout stand where they say, would you like paper or plastic? And I go, doesn't matter to me. I'm bisexual. I'm workshopping that for my next bit, too.
My God.
Well, everybody laughs. Every checkout person laughs uproariously with that line. They think it's funny. And then I go on my way. But you're self-checkout.
Yeah, I'm self-checkout. The worst thing that ever happened at Target was they finally got smart and limited their self-checkout to 10 items or less. I can get through self-checkout with an overflowing cart faster than either going to a cashier or somebody who goes to self-checkout with 10 items or less. That's how good I am at it.
But
bada bing, bada boom, I'm out the door.
But now you're telling me that they only do 10 items or less?
At Target, they do. Because the self-checkout is supposed to be for you're in a hurry, you need to get in, get out. I've got 2 things. I don't want to wait behind full cart gal.
Right. Well,
that's why they make it.
Because
so
you
I
say you've got a full cart. What do you do?
I throw money at the problem. If it's going to be a lot, I order it to be delivered.
Oh.
If I need to just run in for a couple things, it's self-checkout. And I've snuck through with 12 or 13 items.
So you're cheating the system.
Yeah.
Have you ever accidentally not paid for something?
Yes.
Do they have an items max at Target?
At Target, they do now.
At Target, they do now. It's 10 items.
At mine, they do. They've got the tall red sign. And for a while, it was closed for 2 months. That's not going to work for me.
Do you have a prescription to supermarket news?
You know what? I think it expired.
I read mine all the time. I love it. It gives you all kinds of great information, like the latest in lighting for the frozen food section.
Right.
Or they'll talk about how they're coming up with new technology so the wheels on the cart will all go the same direction, won't go really crazy. So I love supermarket news. And I was reading it, and it says Walmart's in the process of removing self-checkout from select stores, taking it away immediately. Same goes for Target, Costco, Dollar General, Dollar Lieutenant, and Dollar Private First Class. Thank you. Boy, I guess that material's really fallen flat. They liked it at the Chart House. They loved the Private First Class line. You get it, right?
I don't.
Dollar General.
Yeah.
Then Dollar Lieutenant.
It. I'm back.
And then Dollar, and then just Private First Class is funny.
I've caught up now.
And so they were laughing. They thought it was very good. The crowd was putty in my hands.
They must have been drinking.
Here's what it said. Well, they were.
Yeah.
Walmart says the change will improve the in-store shopping experience. The Journal of Business Research found customers feel, get this, more rewarded when they go through a traditional employee staff checkout.
No, they don't.
Has anybody
rewarded?
Well, has anybody felt more rewarded in shopping in any way, shape, or form? Because it goes on to say these effects are reduced with customers with small basket sizes or when stores communicate to them that self-checkout is a rewarding experience. So they tell you, they go, hey, you, come on over here. You go to self-checkout, you're going to feel rewarded. Has anybody ever felt rewarded in any, whether it's self-checkout or checkout? What's next? You know, they have those I voted stickers. Are they going to give you a sticker that says, I self-checked out?
That's what I was going to say. The only ones that are feeling rewarded are the kids who are getting a sticker from Target Gal or the dum-dum like suckers.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones feeling rewarded. They don't want the people rushing in and rushing out. They're trying to get them to buy more.
So here's how I can say, and the reason they've done self-checkout, we understand. It's to save money. They don't want to pay, like at Target, they've got they're probably eliminated, but before they did self-checkout, they probably had 20 different.
Yeah, there was a ton of cashiers, and there's not anymore.
So there were 20 cashiers.
Yeah.
Same thing at the grocery stores and such. So if you're paying them, is minimum wage in Minnesota $15 an hour? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I pay my kids $15.57.
You do?
Mm-hmm. The street team kids.
Okay, so let's say $15 an hour, right? So I did some math. $15 an hour for the cashier. Okay. Now I know there's also, in addition to that, there's benefits and whatever, but. And then, of course, you got to pay for their khakis and their red shirt. I get all that, too. But $15 an hour equals 25 cents a minute. Is my math right, Teneby? I think it's 25 cents per minute at $15 an hour.
Okay.
How long does it generally take to do a transaction? 3 minutes? I'll give the cashier an extra 75 cents, right? I'll give him $1, as a matter of fact. Here's $1, and I'll tip him another couple of dollars. Bring back checkout, people. If I'm elected president, a lot of people are going to vote for me. I want self-checkout eliminated in every grocery store, in every supermarket, in every Target, every Costco, every Walmart. Who's with me? Brett Blakemore is.
No. Then I'll run against you.
All right.
Because the other problem is people aren't applying for those jobs anymore.
Well,
and they can't get people to do it. It's self-checkout.
But you have the checkout with the employee there, that they exist. It's not like that's been eliminated and it's only self-checkout. Mm-hmm. So why are you trying to take away our rights, infringe on our rights?
Yeah. My rights are, I'm a busy mom and I don't have time to stand in a line. I'll do it myself and I'll do it faster than everybody else.
And steal stuff at the same time.
I don't steal stuff.
Well, you said you've taken a couple of things for free.
You said by accident.
Oh, of course it was by accident. It wasn't. He got home and...
The milk or the diapers underneath the cart bit that you don't realize until you get out there.
Yeah, right. Of course you don't.
It's true.
All right.
You would enjoy self-checkout.
No, I don't want anything.
Yes.
I didn't like it. I like talking to the person. They're not like asking them. And then I don't know. It's hard for me to decide if I want plastic or paper.
It's always paper. It's good for the environment.
Yeah.
You don't need plastic. You just get paper.
So anyways, it
takes too long. It's too long.
The paper bags always fall apart, though.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they're made out of terrible material.
Never had one fall apart on me.
What?
Ever.
You've never grabbed a paper bag like by the handles and had them break off?
No. You're shopping at the wrong place.
You're shopping at the wrong place.
No, you are.
Is it just me, or does Lil B try to avoid human interaction at all costs?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you try to avoid human interaction.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm trying to avoid human interaction.
In that instance, I am. I'm around you people all day, even though I try to avoid it.
Well,
it's not that. Everybody's doing self-checkout. And the other ones, I think they even started this in Kowalski's. You check out as you go, where you don't even have to go through a checkout. You scan it as you go.
Yeah, it's just too complicated.
Oh, God.
And by the way,
that's my dream.
By the way, I'm just telling you, supermarket news says Walmart, Target, Costco, Dollar General, Dollar Lieutenant, and Dollar Private First Class are starting to eliminate self-checkout. Eventually, there will be no more self-checkout.
Then I won't be coming in.
They're probably doing it because people are shoplifting so much.
Well, that's it.
That could be it.
Well, you know what they
It
call
always comes down to money.
They call it shrinkage. Just say what it is. It's 5-finger discount. That's what
Correct.
It is. We'll take a break. I got another one of those psychology things, and I'm in big trouble. Genevieve's got a keyword for us as we go to break.
The Fan and 2 Men in a Junk Truck want to give you a shot to put $1,000 in your hand with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword cash at KFAN.com now for a shot at winning. That keyword is cash. Enter now at KFAN.com. Let your voice be heard. Tune into Vikings Fan Line following every Vikings game. Presented by Verizon. Listening right here on KFAN and anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
We got a show to do. Chad Abbott came in here and said, Lil B, I need you for something, and now she's disappeared, and we got a segment to do. Do you think we would walk in and say, hey, JG, I need you for something, and just walk him out the door during bumper to bumper? How about going up? He wouldn't need meat sauce for anything, but would he go to Chris Hockey? Hey, I need you for something, and just Hockey walks out of the studio?
Must be meaty.
How about I need you for something? Nordo, what would PA do as far as questions for his guest? Here's a question I have for you to kill time, Genevieve, until she comes back.
Yeah.
Friday Football Feast today.
Yes.
Was hosted by Paul Charchian and
Nordo.
Had the Vikings won as Barney the Purple Dinosaur at the Friday Football Feast?
Of course he is. Oh, yeah, he makes an appearance.
Yes. So I do think the devastation. Because remember, and this is rare for him, but he thinks this is a Super Bowl contending team, and he doesn't say that very often. If you'll remember, he said that not long ago, a week or so ago. But yeah, he was not there for the Friday Football Feast. I wonder if it's Jimi Hendrix did a song called Manic Depression. So maybe there's manic depression there. But you said you had some breaking Viking news, and it's not good, right?
Yes. Well, Ian Rappaport tweeted, Vikings standout left tackle Christian Darrisaw suffered a knee injury that will require season-ending surgery.
Yep.
Per source after the MRI.
And it would be similar to what happened to Detroit with Hutchinson, two game-changing players, two of the most important positions in pro football. Your edge rusher and your left tackle. And the left tackle might even be a little bit more important because you're protecting that blind side of the quarterback, you're run blocking, and yeah, without Darrisaw, who's considered one of the best left tackles in the league, that's I don't know how we talked about it. I don't know how you replace him. There are not really good left tackles that are not in the league right now, just waiting to be signed by somebody. Anybody that's really good is gone, and even anybody that's competent, I think, is pretty much signed. So I don't know what you do.
Well, on a list of most important players on the Vikings,
yeah,
top two.
Yeah, I would say probably
him and JJ.
I would say so, and so there you go. Lil B, you're back.
I'm back.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I can't say.
I mean, my gosh, you came in and said, I need you for something.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think it's something.
Do we still have jobs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Are you sure?
Yes. It has nothing to do with anything you guys want to know about. It's boring stuff. Personal
branding blog. You familiar with it?
I'm big on personal brand.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. The author is Tina Fey, but I don't think it's the Tina Fey.
Not that one?
I don't think so.
How do you spell the last name?
How do you spell it?
It's spelled the same way, F-E-Y. But as I look, I can't make the picture of her any larger. It doesn't look like Tina Fey to me, but maybe it is. Maybe it is the Tina Fey. Maybe she's working for
Tina Fey Wales.
Personal branding blog. But here's what it says. Personal branding blog says, okay, 10 warning signs you're becoming a difficult person to be around.
My God. You make it too easy.
I'm in trouble.
Kevin!
Well, the whole thing. The whole thing. I think.
You want to save a segment?
Of the 10, I think maybe one doesn't apply. Or could. if you really made an argument for it.
Okay.
But the other 10 are just me. I mean, I had no idea I was that difficult to be around.
Well,
I thought
you're ready to be enlightened.
I thought I thought people like me.
Okay.
Number 1, you're often the center of conflict. Now, I don't really think I'm the center of conflict, am I? I mean, I don't think there's much conflict.
No, I would put a lot of people ahead of you.
Okay, but that's number 1. That's the one I don't think really applies to me. How about number 2? People seem to avoid you.
Lil B, Tennessee, Abbott.
You guys close your doors. People disappear.
That's not why I'm on a meeting.
Yeah, of course you are.
Super important.
You're listening to your little birds and waterfalls in your headset to keep yourself calm.
It's a standing meeting I have at like 2:58 every day.
Isn't that funny?
It's weird.
People seem to avoid you. It's a subtle thing, something I noticed over time. It started with friends constantly canceling plans. Colleagues would suddenly become very busy whenever I approached for a chat. Even my family seemed to be avoiding long conversations with me. Isn't that funny? Because Deuce and baby brother Peter don't want anything to do with me either. Here's number 3. Your jokes are often at someone else's expense.
Common! But also, half the people in this building.
That's correct. And in my defense, I will make fun of myself, too. I do it all the time. You know, high school dropout, 2 years of college, eligibility 4 of high school. I'm not very smart. I can't do the simplest things like sign into my computer. Yeah. I can't record my own commercials. I
don't like self-checkout.
Yes, I'm a dope. Humor is a great way to lighten the mood and bring people together, but when it crosses the line into mockery or belittling others...
Wow. Common.
Making fun of Mark Rosen. It can quickly become offensive. Are people offended by it?
I do know there was one sales guy that went home yesterday because he couldn't concentrate with you yapping over there. And I could hear it from my office.
And here's what I'll tell people. Well, that was free show with the sales guys.
I know.
Well, they were talking loud, too.
Well, he had stuff to do, and he left.
He should have closed his door.
He doesn't have one.
This is a radio station.
Okay.
What was I going to do? I was going to kind of defend myself on something. I can't remember what it was now. Okay. Number 4. You're often negative.
Lil B.
Negativity can be a real drain on those around you. I drain morale.
You do drain morale.
That was in my employee. If you're always complaining, criticizing, or focusing on the worst case scenarios, comment to me. It can make you hard to be around. People generally prefer to surround themselves with positivity. Positivity makes me real negative. It lifts them up, motivates them, and makes them feel good. On the contrary, consistent negativity can bring down the mood and create a tense environment. If you're often negative, it's worth considering how this might be impacting those around you. It might be time to focus on finding more balance in your outlook on life.
You need more work-life balance.
I think that's what I need. 5, you seldom appreciate others. And I don't know if I necessarily... Well, no, because like I appreciated you when you did the commercials for me. I was very appreciative of that. I said so.
Rip me the next week?
Oh, yeah, well, because then all of a sudden it was you were too busy and it took 30 seconds. But anyway.
Well, that goes back to number 2.
I'm appreciative of other people. Maybe not as appreciative as I should be. So I think there's 2 of them that don't really quite apply to me. But now we're back on 6. This is on every single list of these that we do. Your empathy seems to be lacking. Sometimes I'm empathetic if I think it's deserving. If it's just suck it up.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have time for feelings. And you know what? That's okay.
Yes. 7, you're often dismissive of others' ideas.
Lil B.
I remember being part of a team project where one member would always dismiss our ideas without giving them any thought. Sweatbirds with T-shirts.
Well, yeah.
It made us feel unheard and unappreciated. I felt unheard and unappreciated. And over time, we just stopped sharing our ideas freely. I'm done. Not going to do it anymore. Here's number 8. Can you do a preemptive comment? You're always right.
Common!
Lil B!
Everyone on the station!
Everyone at the station does kind of always secure.
Yeah, that's true. That's for everybody.
May sound like a strength, always being right, but in reality can be quite isolating.
I find it to be a burden.
In an attempt to always be correct, you might inadvertently shut down open discussions, dismiss others' viewpoints, and create an environment where people are afraid to express their thoughts.
Tell me about it.
Tend to be in the listeners think that the referees were staring at the face mask panel. They say, you're wrong. It's just he wasn't. But I've been getting beat up for that, and I was dismissive of everybody else's opinions, and I have to stop. Here's the one that I'm definitely. This might be number one.
As opposed to the previous 8?
Well, because wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it. You often interrupt others. I'll barge into any office and just start talking.
Yes.
I got to get it off my chest. But oftentimes I'm in a break. I know they come back to that. Stay in your studio.
Stay in your studio. The show is still on.
Yeah. But I got to get it in quick.
Oh, my God.
The best is you're interrupting is usually nonsense, too.
Yeah,
it's not like it's something that's important that you need to talk about.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, I'm literally talking to a sales rep about asking, for $250,000, and he just has to come in and get candy.
And then finally, number 10, you struggle with self-awareness.
Common!
Self-awareness, perhaps the most crucial aspect when it comes to being easy or difficult to be around. It's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses. I have no weaknesses. Recognizing your emotions. I don't have any emotions, except I've cried myself to sleep at night with the way some of these people around here treat me.
Oh, come on.
And knowing how your actions affect others. If you struggle with self-awareness, you might not realize that your behavior is making you a difficult person to be around.
I love these bits.
They're good.
Especially when they're not about me.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of them that were about you.
Well, always being right, it's a burden.
Yeah, it is a burden. It really is. We'll break and come back when we do. It'll be time for Program Password, Lil B and Common along with Tennessee. And we're going to be joined by Mr. Fun was going to be in. He's a late scratch. It's going to be Kevin Fawless and Mike Grimm. Right now, though, it's Wild Today with Tennessee.
Yeah, this is Wild Today, brought to you by Jim Beam, the official bourbon of the Minnesota Wild. The Wild streak of leading in regulation ended last night in Tampa Bay, so the Wild decided to complete their first comeback.
Back up top, Boldy. Left wing feeds Zuccarello. Takes a look. Walks in. Cross ice. Boldy scores! A power play goal. Another thing of beauty for the man advantage. The Wild are back in front early in the third. It's 3-2 Minnesota.
Joe O'Donnell on the call. You heard that on our sister station Cool 108 last night. Matt Boldy scored the go-ahead goal in the third period as the Wild beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2. Boldy added an assist as well. Kirill Kaprizov tallied 2 goals and an assist. Kirill now has a 4-game multi-point streak, and his 13 points are tied for third in the NHL. Marc-Andre Fleury made 23 saves in the win, and the Wild got some good news today as Jared Spurgeon is practicing with the team in New Jersey. Ryan Hartman, however, did not return. He returned to Minnesota, so he'll miss the final 2 games of their road trip. Wild are in Philadelphia tomorrow at noon. You can hear that game on our sister station, Cool 108. That was Wild Today, brought to you by Jim Beam, a crowd pleaser since 1795. Inflation Vacation is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. To enter the keywords and learn more, head over to KFAN.com. Inflation Vacation is powered by 2 men in a junk truck.
It's a couple 13-14 past. I'm Common East Tennessee. Lil B is here as well. The feminine touch to the program. And Program Password is brought to you by BigDeck.com. Get your deck on. Excited and delighted to be joined by the voice of the Vikings, Mike Grimm, and, of course, Kevin Fawless of the Wild.
PA might take issue with that title, but
you think he might?
Yeah.
Voice of the Vikings. Yeah. I'm sorry, voice of the Gophers. Sorry about that.
It was close.
I'm very confused. I asked PA one time many years ago. I said, because maybe I shouldn't even talk about this, but I'm going to anyways. I think it was one of the times we've all had our moments where we're not satisfied here, right? So it was one of the times PA wasn't. There was something going on. I go, why don't you go over to the Gulf? Because he didn't like doing the radio show at the time. He was like, I really don't want to do this. I said, why don't you go to WCCO Radio? You can just pop on and do a sport report once in the morning. Then you could do Gopher play-by-play. And he goes, I do professional. Wow. I do pro. I don't do college. Okay.
Wow.
He doesn't do college. He does pros.
He doesn't do amateurs.
Yeah. He's just, I do pros, which I admire. So good for him. I used to do high school and loved it.
Yeah.
And Zach Halverson has said if his choice was to call Game 7 a Stanley Cup final or do the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament Championship game, he'd take the high school. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He said he would take that every single time. So to each his own, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Good to have you in for Program Password. Are you saddled with me?
You and I, baby. Here we go.
I've been 8 of the last 9 or 9 of the last 10 I've lost. The last week was awful. I'll pass.
You're in a slump?
I'll pass. And then Sauce just goes, oh, and he looks at JG and goes, stock, market, end of game. And I'm like, why didn't I say stock or farmers? I blew it. And I played really well that
You
day.
did.
We were really good. We were making beautiful music together. And then it was over. And now I'm paranoid here.
Is that why you brought me in? I'm your slump buster. That's the deal here.
I don't think I'm ever going to pass again. I'm just going to blurt something out.
Ooh, I like this. Yeah. That's a good strategy.
We brought you in because Mr. Fun was a late scratch, and I figured you'd be the most likely to do it because you were with me at the time I got the news.
I know.
There you go.
So here you are. So where are we? Let's play.
Let's play.
Let's play.
Password. Come on, give the password. Give the password.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Progrum Password. Here's your host, the very average and plain-looking Tenna B. Welcome to another episode of Program Password. As always, you can watch at KFAN.com/watch. It is Common and Mike Grimm today versus Lil B and Kevin Fallness. Sorry, Lil B.
No, it's good. We won last time, didn't we?
We did, as a matter of fact.
I'd rather play with him than Fun.
Oh, wow.
What?
Did you say that on the radio?
Shots fired.
Well, it's true.
I agree, too.
Me and Fallness got a good vibe.
Tenby, we just read a little piece about things you do that make you difficult to be around. And one of them was being negative and making fun of people. You just made fun of all this. Boy, sorry, Lil B.
Yeah, all I did was say, yes, I will help you out.
You're just made fun of Fun.
Yeah, you helped him, and he ripped you.
Yeah,
I know.
That's inappropriate.
Sad, really.
Unbelievable.
Disappointing.
So Common, here's your Program Password preview. You are 72-74 all time. You're in the midst of a 4-game losing streak. That is the third longest active losing streak.
Wow.
Just 5 behind Muss and 1 behind Mark Rosen for longest active losing streak.
In 9 out of the last 10.
You lost 8 of your last 9.
8 of the last.
Tenna, has anybody never not won? We don't have that, right?
Muss, well, I mean, there's been people that have played like a time or 2 or 3 times that are over.
Yeah. Like Parrish has played once, right? Or twice. And he's not won.
Or like Lindsey Whalen,
Yeah. Okay.
Grimm, you are 2-2 all time, but you started off 2-0 and you've lost your last 2.
The first 2 were blowouts, and I was feeling like I was the greatest password player ever, and now I'm on a 2-game losing streak.
It sounds like you're going about the same way the Gopher football team has been going.
Exactly.
I mean, a couple early and then lose a couple.
There we go.
Well, and you and Common together are 1-1 as a team.
Hey, sweet.
Very good.
Lil B, you are 81-62 all time. Your teammate Kevin Fallness
Is not.
4-10. 4-10. But you did win your last one.
Yeah.
Against me, I think.
You keep this up, you'll get the first pick overall in the next NFL draft. I know that.
Yeah, you and Lil B are 1-3 together as a team. That one win was against me and Muss. So that doesn't really count because it was against Muss.
Oof.
By the way, like I said, you can watch Program Password at KFAN.com/watch. You can also comment. I see a comment from Matt D that says, Fallness is my favorite Program Password player.
Thanks, Matt D.
Severely underrated.
I agree.
That's nice.
That was really
guy.
kind.
That was kind.
We should change the words of the song "Under Pressure" to under. What did he say was underappreciated?
Underappreciated.
Underappreciated. Now
I
that word
agree.
works.
It must just be for the entertainment value, because the pure record, you're not underappreciated at 4-10.
All right, that's enough from Grimm. See, that's
Kind of a grim outlook on your game.
Very
too.
grim.
Hey-o.
All right, is there an iPad over there, by the way, Lil B?
Yes, there is.
They've got one we
I've
don't.
never played with
I'll
one of
pass
these,
it back
so-
and forth.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, you pass it back
that's
and
right,
forth,
okay.
Kevin. Yeah, you were
That's
just
right.
here like 3 weeks ago.
All right.
You should know this.
That's right.
My God.
Lil
Smells
B.
like fish in here.
You're not eating that,
No,
right?
but I started opening it. The
No.
tuna fish can tell, but I stopped, but it can't reattach
Can't
it.
put it back in the tube.
See? Tenna's on my
It's
side.
barely,
Icky.
it's barely
I
ripped
told
open.
him, like,
Yucky.
this is not an appropriate
But can you
place to
smell it
eat
over there
tuna.
yet?
I will in a second.
Well, no, because it's been open for about 10 minutes now. But it was barely. I started
just
open and
now
you said
wafting
no, and I
this way.
stopped.
Yeah, you can't eat that in here.
Also, is your Diet Coke open? Your can
No.
of Diet Coke? Okay.
I don't do that.
Okay. I was going to say, it's up near the electronics.
I do not do that.
All right.
Okay.
Lil B and Mike Grimm, take a look at the iPad, please.
Okay.
The password is lock. As always, we let ladies go first. Lil B, the option is yours. You want to go first or second? $5 seconds.
First.
All All right, Lil B and Fallness for 10.
Key.
Lock.
Oh, it's the correct answer. My button bar is just frozen on me. There we go.
See? Oh, that was a pregnant pause.
Yeah.
Lay.
It took her a while to think of it.
Yeah.
All right, Lil B and Fallness have an early 10-0 lead. Fallness and Common. Take a look at the iPad. The password is celebration. Common, you're down 10. The option is yours. You want to go first or second?
I'm going to.
Hello.
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 Sorry.
Hello.
Common, you're down 10. The option's yours. You want to go first or
I'm
second?
afraid to pass because then when they get it, I go, what an idiot you are.
We'll do that anyway.
So you're going first.
Wow.
I'm going to go first.
All right, Common and Grim for 10.
Parade.
Float.
Fallness and Lil B for 9.
Celebration.
You just said the word.
I said the word.
God, I couldn't remember. I was going to look too. I'm sorry. I must
your
it.
damn mind?
Got it. I was going to
I've
look
done
too.
it. I've done it.
Shite.
What?
Shite's
Do you
not a
get
bad
parade?
word.
Now the parade. I was
parade,
excited.
yeah.
The celebration.
Dang it.
Celebration!
Excitement.
Excitement.
I'm sorry. I must it.
What happens there? Who gets points?
You guys get it.
We do.
You guys get it. You get the 9 points.
Oh,
He must have.
hard work.
I did. I can't believe I must it. Doggone
Bar
it.
was not happy.
Frustrating.
I was going to look too.
She's rubbing her temples. I think she's getting a
You look
headache.
confused, Kevin. You did.
I was going to look. Sorry.
All right, Lil B and Fallness still have the lead 10-9. Lil B and Grim. Take a look at the iPad. The password is bankrupt.
Me first?
Yeah, Grim, you're down a point, so you got the option. You want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right, to get the lead, Grim and Common for 10.
Broke.
Poor.
Lil B and Fallness for 9.
File.
Bankrupt. I'm back. I'm back.
You're back.
God, that's going to eat me up.
What was your clue again?
Broke.
Yeah, I should have went bankrupt. I'm morally bankrupt, in case you didn't.
Lil B and Fallness lead 19-9. Fallness and Common. Take a look at the iPad. The password is flop. There we go. Common, you're down 10. It's 19-9. You've got the option. You want to go first or second?
I'm gonna
5
go
seconds.
second.
All right, Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Sweat.
Dry.
Common and Grim for 9.
Flip.
Fallness and Lil B for 8.
Tears.
Cry.
Common and Grim for 7.
Sandal.
Fallness and Lil B for 6.
Belly.
Flop.
There we go. I thought that was a layup. I thought that one would be so easy.
Wow.
Flop, sweat, and tears.
You guys are both going down different paths there, which
Yeah.
probably threw them off a little bit.
I almost said blood. With sweat, tears, blood. I'm trying to think.
That's weird. Okay.
You've never heard of the Flop, Sweat, and Tears tour?
When does that?
No.
Was that last night?
That was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
More flop and sweat. A lot of tears, too.
Sounds like your last 10 games of program pass. That's what it sounds like.
Bad. It's been bad.
25-9, Lil B and Fallness with the lead. Lil B and Grim. Take a look at the iPad. The password is action. All right, Grim, you're down 16. The option is yours. What do you want to do here?
We'll play.
All right, Grim and Common for 10.
Activity.
Event.
Lil B and Fallness for 9.
Camera?
Action.
Yeah, that was the way to do it.
Activity.
Can you say activity if that's in the word?
Seems odd.
Well, that's action and activity, Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think they're that.
No, that's not this.
All right.
That's not a derivative or whatever they say.
I'm just amazed that like Fallness is getting all these 10s and 9s.
I'm not.
I gave them a 9. You're welcome.
It's our only points we have so far.
Yeah, it is.
I noticed.
34-9.
Here
This
we
is the
go.
same guy that said celebrate.
I must
Said the word, yeah.
Look at him now. I mean, the only points we have, he gave to
Yes,
us.
that's it.
Lil B and Fallness lead 34-9 over Common and Grim. Fallness and Common. Take a look at that iPad, please. The password is culture. All right, Common, you're down 25 points.
Pass.
Wow.
All right. Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Vulture?
Hawk?
Common and Grim for 9.
Dubay.
Fallness and Lil B for 8.
Yogurt.
Culture.
Boom.
I should have thought 1 second longer.
That's all right.
I know culture vulture.
Culture.
It's a game.
You don't know the culture vulture.
That's embarrassing. I should have known that.
Not as embarrassing as Common and Mike Grimm's performance so far. They're only 9
Sorry,
points
guys.
is from Fallness saying the wrong clue. It's 42-9. Lil B and Fallness with the lead at the half.